Hey, quick garden update, taking a quick tour of the Winebox garden. Starting over here with some potatoes. So these have grown significantly. So this is why earlier on I was saying you really want to get those stakes in the ground, even if they're just have the greenery peeking over the sacks, because they grow really fast. So you can see these supports. I really like these because I can just adjust them as things grow, taking them off and readjusting them higher or lower or different spots. So far so good on these. You know, they're starting to get their flowers and things like that, but they'll be in the ground or in the pots for probably till August. I'll take them out then. I keep them in as long as I can. So we've got a couple of the raised beds here. So straying from the Wineboxes a little bit this year, but a lot growing in here. I'm getting some leaf miners, unfortunately, in my nasturtium. You know, you see this. I posted about this, but it's just, they're really tearing through the nasturtium. But we've got some nice squash blooming so far. Mostly just the male flowers, so we haven't had any actual fruit growing yet. But hopefully the ladies will join the party soon. And we'll have some great squash over here. That's the yellow squash for summer. Got the peas are trellising nicely. Might be a little overcrowded, but so far they're okay. And a couple different kinds of beans. I love these purple flowers that are starting to come in. You can kind of see. There's just this really nice color. I'm hoping that's going to be the beans. I forget what they're supposed to look like. So anyway, the cucumbers are really coming in nicely as well. You can kind of see they're flowering, and we've got some good cucumber growth starting on these. And I have a lot of cucumbers. I think I've mentioned this before, but I've never been very successful with cucumbers. So I'm hoping this year is going to be different than the others. There's always that gardener's hope. So zucchini. These are starting to flower. This is the first time I've seen flowers on these. This is just the green squash, the zucchini. So those are looking really good. Hopefully they'll be able to be trellised nicely along this support. So I've got some, flowers coming in on the eggplant. These are the white eggplant. These are the ancho peppers. So I actually sadly got rid of the ancho peppers that I grew from seed. They just didn't take off. They weren't growing. And I made the decision to replace them with some transplants. It was a tough decision. I hate doing that, but sometimes you got to do it. These are just starting to go. These are the super sweet 100s, the tomatoes. I don't know why they're not growing more quickly, but they do seem to be starting to grow a little bit. Beets, these are the ones I grew from seed. They really are taking off. So I'm really psyched about that, actually. I wasn't sure. They were a little small. I wasn't sure how to see whether they were going to make it or not, but there they are. Root vegetables are doing nicely. This is the parsnips. A couple different kinds of carrots here, rainbow carrots and Nelson carrots here. Whoa. So, got a little stray carrot in here, that's okay. No problem. Lettuce, actually, I was not expecting the lettuce to do okay. Looks like it's starting to bolt a little bit, but yeah, it actually grew. I'm actually shocked by that. Got some beans. This is a nice cucumber plant here as well. This one is one I grew from seed. Hopefully I'll get some nice pickles. I don't know how to make pickles, but I'm hoping this is the year that I learn. More of them over here. You can see they're really quite a few of them. So I'm psyched about that. I got some banana peppers. I've never even eaten a banana pepper, but there's sort of a funny story in the family about it. So I saw it, had to get it. Swiss chard's coming in nicely. Looking forward to having some of that, some beet greens. These are more yellow squash. The sorrel. So this one's been doing nicely. I love the way this looks. Really beautiful leaves. This sorrel, yeah, I can see it again. Yeah, I'm still getting the leaf miners. I'm telling you, they really are ravishing the garden. Some nice eggplant. Flowers coming in nicely there. So you'd see things are going pretty well. The tomatoes are coming in. These are the Monica tomatoes. They're a nice plum tomato. This is all my celery root. You can see it's starting to look like celery, which is interesting. I also had an issue with slugs. So slugs were eating my leaves of several of the plants. These are the sunflowers. So I drowned them with beer, and I put some eggshells to keep them from being able to climb up to the stems and climb up to the leaves. So I think these are recovering pretty well. So I think I caught it in time. And herbs are doing nicely. So things are really growing here. Got some nice lavender as well. So I'm kind of psyched. But this is that time of year where everything looks good, right? So, you know, you have all this hope, but in the next couple months, we'll see how things go, if we have any kind of diseases or pests or anything like that come into play. But I'm really kind of hopeful. So that's the garden tour for the day, and we'll check back and see how things are going. Signing off for the Winebox Garden.